Um, Welcome everybody. How are we all feeling? Good. Are we ready for our first ever Owlet and Owly Self-Awareness Workshop? Yeah, feel free to turn on your cameras, give me a wave, give me a thumbs up. Okay? So, a little bit about what we'll be doing today. This year's big theme, as you all know, is self-awareness. Now, what is self-awareness? It is one of the most important skills for success in school, employability, relationships, any aspect of life. Being self-aware means recognizing our strengths, challenges, emotions, and the impacts that we have on each other. It helps us make smarter choices, grow our confidence, and develop as future leaders. So, in these workshops, we will dive into fascinating experiments, discussions, and challenges that will stretch your minds and help us better understand who we are. We're going to learn all about self-awareness and its links to academic growth as well. Okay? And let me also remind everyone that if you join 2 or more of these workshops, we will give you a official Owlypia self-awareness certificate. So that's very exciting. Okay, so let's refresh our memory on Owlypia for a moment. Okay, what do we already know about Owlypia? Owlypia is a global learning ecosystem dedicated to developing soft skills alongside academic excellence. We combine social skills and academic skills, and there you have Owlypia. You may already be familiar with Owlypia rounds. We've got online, that's where people start off usually. Online, they work their way to locals, which is when their school hosts a 2-day Owlypia competition, and they can go to regional and globals. Going to online or local qualifies students for globals, which is a week-long, almost educational festival in another country, and it's a wonderful experience. So keep your eyes peeled for the online upcoming dates. Um, at Owlypia, we don't just rep facts, we also encourage skills for life. We encourage teamwork, creativity, collaboration, problem solving, and a growth mindset. Okay, thank you for listening to me. And now is time for our warm up. Let's see how self-aware we all are. Okay? Now raise your hand if you have ever worried or been stressed out because you thought that someone noticed a mistake you made in class. I personally have been stressed out that someone noticed the mistake I made. You can put your hand up. I think there's a control on Zoom that lets you raise your hand as well. Let me see, am I seeing any hands? Anyone that overthinks? Yeah, I'm seeing some raised hands. Okay. Now, now put your hand up if you remember what your friend wore yesterday. You do? Okay, someone remembers. A lot less people though. Okay, thank you. Wow, you all have good memories. Okay. So, we had a lot less hands up for everyone that remembers what their friends wore yesterday, and a lot more people put their hands up for if they were worried about someone noticing a mistake they made in class. What does this show us? This shows that people do not notice as much as we think they do. Everyone is too busy with their own life. And that is called the spotlight effect. Let's hear a bit more about the spotlight effect and its links to self-awareness. How much do you think other people notice your mistakes? Probably a great deal. But the spotlight effect makes us think others notice our mistakes more than they do. But in reality, most people are focused on themselves, right? In reality, we're mostly thinking about ourselves and we're not focusing on other people's mistakes. Developing self-awareness can help us recognize this, worry less, and show up with greater confidence. Okay, now for a little experiment, a little case study about Stanford prison experiment. Does anyone know about this experiment and would they like to share already if they know? if they know what this led to. Any volunteers? No? No? Okay, no problem. We're going to watch a video. But to give you some background information, it shows how power and group pressure can change our behavior. And then we'll link it back to self-awareness.
In 2015, the Stanford prison experiment was released.
Can you hear? Can you all hear? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Okay.
In 2015, the Stanford prison experiment was released in theaters. The movie detailed the infamous 1971 experiment in which 24 college students were put in prison. Now, while the experiment was supposed to last for 2 weeks, it was terminated after 6 days due to psychological effects that it was having on both the guards and the prisoners.
Oh no, my internet is playing up. Is it gonna work? Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. I'll explain the experiment. So as you all know, it was meant to go on for a lot longer time, but it was terminated at 6 days. And the experiment was that they were having a group of people act like prisoners and a group of people act like the guards at the prison. And what they found is within a matter of days, is that the ones who were just meant to be playing the role of the guard started actually verbally and physically assaulting and abusing the prisoners. And the prisoners started getting very bad mental health conditions. And this shows that group pressure and power dynamics can change our behavior. And with self-awareness, we can recognize that outside forces influence us, and we must therefore stay true to ourselves, even in challenging situations. Okay? Now, I would like to set up a debate. Let me see how many participants we have. Okay, half of you will be affirmative and half of you will be negative. You're going to have 6 minutes. We can make that 8 minutes to research and prepare your arguments. The prompt is on the next slide. And every speaker is going to have 1 minute to to present their case. Okay. This might be a bit difficult assigning people to affirmative and negative. So I'm going to let everyone choose their own side. You can pick affirmative, which means you agree with the statement, or you can pick negative, which means you disagree with the statement. And you've got 8 minutes starting now. And then I'm going to call randomly everyone to present their case. I'm going to call random names, guys. So get your research. Your 8 minutes starts now. Guys, if anyone's confused, then let me just explain again. You're picking a side, affirmative or negative, and you are creating an argument. It's got to be 1 minute long, and I'm going to pick random people to present their argument. You've got 3 minutes left to do research. If anyone's still confused, please let me know. Got 1 minute to go, everyone. Get your final arguments. Twenty seconds left. Okay, guys, time's up. Time is up. Now to select our first speaker. I hope you're all ready. Okay. Let's go. Halima, Enal, would you like to go first?
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure?
Yes.
You need a few more minutes?
Can I get a few minutes?
Okay, no problem. Let's go with Neva Muhammad. Would you like to go first? Come on, you got this.
Hi, my name's actually Neve.
Neve, sorry.
So, social media, I actually kind of disagree with the topic, because due to its tendency to foster social comparison, promote an unhealthy focus on online image, and contribute to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression. This can make it harder for teens to develop a healthy sense of identity as they compare their lives to the curated of an unrealistic presentation of others.
Wow. That was very good. Thank you, Neve. She made some very good points there. I definitely agree with a lot of those. So you were negative. And is there someone on the affirmative side now that would like to rebuttal? I can take volunteers. You guys can just unmute yourselves and volunteer. Otherwise, I will have to pick someone. Any volunteers? No volunteers? Okay, Zan Mohammed, what side were you on?
Yes, I definitely agree that social media can definitely hinder your sense of self-awareness, as it can very much make you seek constant validation from people online via likes and or comments. And it can also create anxiety and stress. It can also diminish your reflection, as the constant stream of information and the habit of checking notifications can lead to distraction and reduce capacity for quiet internal self-reflection and emotional intelligence.
Yes, that was very good. Thank you for sharing. Very good stuff again. I think that was also disagreeing with the statement. So does anyone agree with the statement? Let's get the other side of the coin. Who wants to agree with the statement? Anyone for agree? Come on, guys. I saw people in the chat that were agreeing. Halima, would you like to go now? Are you ready? No? Okay, no problem. Let's see. Let's go. Zoya, Aishaf. Come on, let's hear your side.
I agree with the statement because I think it helps people to explore their identities and interests, and it can help them connect with people and communities, and they can receive feedback from their friends and see how their friends think of them, and they can share their interests and daily thoughts, which can help them understand themselves better. And people may be more comfortable to express themselves on social media.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Zoya. That's very true. Social media is definitely a place for feedback a lot of the time, and that can help us be more self-aware. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna pick one more. Any volunteers for the last side, for the last debate, the last speech? Let's go. Shaza Rafiq.
I also disagree with the statement because social media may lead us to mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and social media may also lead us to addictions like wasting time and reduces productivity, and also may lead to spread misinformation and fake news.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. That was very good. Amazing input from all of you guys. Thank you so much. We do have time for one more. Let's go. Mufti Abdullah, would you like to share?
Yes.
Go on then.
It's a modern necessity to own a phone, but to be owned by a phone is a modern sickness. Good evening, respected adjudicator, more than worthy opponents, and my fellow teammates. My name is Mufti Abdullah Musa, and I will be speaking against the motion that social media helps young people become more self-aware. Moving on to my rebuttal. As the first speaker of the affirmative side has stated, shared interests are extremely common on social media by friends. Do you know what social media also leads to when it comes to shared interests? Cyberbullying. Often, when you scroll on things like Reddit and TikTok, you'll find things about the same topic, only they will be harassing you and causing distress to you. They will not be providing the type of comfort your friends will, and social media can give explicit images, and they cause anxiety, depression, and many more including mental distress and sleep dispositions. Most people even have a fear of missing out, which is how people get swallowed up by social media, even if they don't get benefit from it. Even if they get a disadvantage, they will still agree with it. They will agree with it, carry on with their life, but still, they are not in a good mental state. They will gradually be sucked into the world of social media and maybe even finish off with their last post by going insane. And this is why me and my team strongly and firmly believe that social media does not help young people become more self aware. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Mufti. Honestly, I think that deserves a round of applause, guys. That was amazing. Thank you so much. He's done it so well, and amazing points there. I wonder if anyone is willing to rebuttal that. I wouldn't think so. Anyone? Anyone want to counter? No? I didn't think so. That was very good. Okay. Thank you, Mufti. Now, guys, we're going to move on to a short quiz about everything that we've done here. Are you all ready? Yeah? You can put the answer in the chat. Or you can shout it out, however you like. You can all open your mics and cameras. This is going to be a fun bit. Okay, why did... Let me skip this one. Okay, what did the Stanford Prison Experiment show? What did it show? That it used too many participants, or that roles and power can strongly change behavior, or that guards always follow orders, or that prisoners always stay calm. Okay, we've got a lot of B's in the chat. Good. Good, good, good. Amazing. Yes, that is correct. B. The Stanford Prison Experiment showed us that roles and powers, positions and titles can all strongly influence behavior. Good. Okay, you guys were listening to me. Okay, I'm happy. Why is the Stanford Prison Experiment often criticized today? We didn't go through this, but if you think about it, you might be able to figure it out. Yes, we have figured it out in the chat. It raised serious ethical concerns. C is the correct answer. Why? Does anyone want to explain why it might have raised some ethical concerns? You can just unmute yourself. Anyone have any idea? Ara? Yes, I seen you, Ara. Do you know why the Stanford Prison Experiment might have had some ethical concerns? Any idea? No? That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Halima, you didn't speak for the debate. Would you like to tell us why this experiment might have had some ethical issues?
My name is actually Eva, and I think it would raise serious ethical concerns because, like, it affected their mental health and all of that.
Exactly. That was spot on, correct? It raised ethical concerns because the prisoners, who were just meant to be acting like prisoners, were truly confined into a prison, and it did actually have quite a negative effect on their mental health. So this prison experiment would not have happened today because it would not have been allowed. What is the spotlight effect? This was the first thing we done. Is it thinking everyone is watching you and noticing you more than they really are? Is it being on stage with bright lights? Is it hiding from attention? Or remembering what others wore yesterday? Yes, well done, Mohammed, Zoya, Neve, Halima, Fatima. Mufti. Guys, we're with it today. I'm happy. Okay, that's correct. It's A, thinking everyone is watching you and noticing you more than they really are. How can self-awareness help with the spotlight effect? Let's have a think. Someone said A or B. It's not B, you're all correct, it's A, reminding us that people notice us less than we think. So then we can calm our nerves before a big presentation in class or a test. We can just chill and know that no one is focusing on us. We only have to focus on ourselves. Okay, which subject area might debate should social apps hide like counts? This is an interesting one. What subject area might this be? Yes, I'm seeing a lot of C's in the chat. That's correct. Social media is part of technology, so that would go into science and technology. Very good. Okay, guys, last question. Why is self-awareness important in group situations? Is it A, so we can copy others perfectly? B, so we can pause and think for ourselves? C, so we can never make mistakes? Or D, so we can always win debates? Yeah. Okay, guys, I think we really understood the concept of self-awareness now. But this is only part one, okay? I expect you all to be at the next workshops. Thank you for taking part in my quiz. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the next steps that you might want to take if you enjoyed this workshop. Owlypia has online rounds, as I told you a little bit in the beginning. There are several different dates. We've got 15 November, that one always might be too soon, but you could sign up for 20 December, 17 January, and get your rewards and get qualified for Owlypia Globals as well. And you might also want to ask your school to host a local round at your very school. And this can be done by telling a teacher, asking a teacher, introducing Owlypia to your school if they're not already with Owlypia. You can participate yourself for online rounds on our website, Owlypia at website, and you can pick a subject, any of our 5 subjects, and you can start learning on our LMS, Learning Management System, where all the resources and materials, the articles, the films, books, the videos, people to research, they're all on there for you. So don't worry, you don't have to do extra work by finding resources. They're already there for you. And then you take the online exam and you are qualified for globals. And that, like I said, is a week-long event in a different country, which is super fun. We tour the city as well as doing competitions, so it's a nice little mixture of touristing and learning. So your next mission could be, if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and ask your teacher or your school coordinator to join online rounds and register your school with Owlypia so we can all be together in a country soon. And lastly, I invite all of you to have a look at our ambassador profiles, and we would love for any of you who are passionate about Owlypia to become ambassadors as well. Ambassadors have such an amazing role. They are really valued within the Owlypia community. We also do workshops just for ambassadors once a month, and they get missions and they get incentives, which is all very fun. So yeah, let's have a little read of what an Owlypia ambassador does. They are a leader, they are the voice of Owlypia, they inspire others, they build community, and they develop real-world skills, especially that skill of leadership. I don't know if any of you are interested in becoming leaders of the world. We would love to see all of that happen. Our ambassadors help make an impact, and they're recognized for their help and their inspiration. Okay, so have a look at our Instagram, and we will be posting on there about ambassador workshops. If any of you are interested, you're more than welcome to come and sign up to be an ambassador. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Remember that if you do 2 out of 3 workshops, you get your official Owlypia Self-Awareness certificate. And the next workshop will be held in 2 weeks, which is, let me just check the date. The 11th of November, everyone. Put it in your calendars. 11th of November is our second workshop. If you have come to this one, you come to that one, you get your Owlypia certificate. So you can post that, you can put it on your CV. It will be a lovely experience. And thank you all so much for coming, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone.